Howdy guys, Mac with Double Tap Shooting. Want to address situation, or not situation, I wanted to address some of the comments coming off the video. I've just shot somebody, now what? And that is training and fighting and being afraid to fight. Your first fight should not be your first fight. The first time you're in a life or death situation, you don't want that to be the first time you've ever been in a fight, period. Now I know there's all kinds of people that are going to jump on here and go, oh, I've been in lots of fights and I've never been afraid to fight. And that's fine, whatever. Typically find that most people that tell you that they're not afraid to fight are. And I'll be the first to tell you, I'm afraid to be in a fight. I don't want to be in a fight for my life anymore. But doesn't mean I'm not prepared to do it. Training and watching videos on YouTube is not training. I don't care if you're watching videos on skills on YouTube, still not training. Training never comes to an end. That should never be something you're using in the past tense. Well, I did train. Training is an ongoing thing. I suggest, the reality of it is most people don't spend a bunch of time fighting. And that's something that you can control. Go get yourself involved in an MMA class. Go get yourself involved in, Kempo, whatever. Go out and fight. Learn some skills and then line up against another human being and try to hurt him. He's going to do the same to you. But it's in a controlled environment, and, the amount of damage you're going to take is going to be minimal as to the amount of damage. Nobody fights at full speed, full power, unless you're in a cage fighting for a belt. Or in a ring fighting for a belt. I don't know why everybody just doesn't go to Walmart and buy a belt. Make life easier. But anyway, you need to spend some time learning some open-handed tactics. Learning to, take a gun away from somebody. Learning to, what to do with a knife. And this will benefit you in so many ways. First of all, it'll give you other options. So if you are carrying a gun, and I carry a gun every day of my life, does that mean I do not have open-handed abilities? Not by anybody's standards. My open-handed abilities are yet another option. Learn to use a knife. Again, another option. But the big thing about going out and training in boxing or MMA or whatever you want to train in is learning to deal with the fear of lining up against somebody else that is about to try and hurt you. Because if you're even remotely human, yeah, there's going to be a fear. Can you overcome that by training? Yes. Can you overcome it with alcohol? Yes. There's all kinds of ways you can overcome that fear. But naturally, everybody has it. Anybody that tells you they've never lost a fight's never been in one. Anybody that ever tells what, typically people that are in a lot of fights are not good people. If you have spent a lot of time in bars fighting, you've got issues. It does not make you a tough guy. That makes you weak, in my opinion. So, going out and putting a little bit of time into the training, going out and putting a little bit of time into learning how to defend yourself with a handgun is a great way. But that's not the end of it by any standards. And not only is that not the end of it, that training never stops. I shoot all the time. I train all the time, still, every day. Maybe not every day, but 3-4 days a week. But you also need to go out and do some training with open-handed tactics, with fist fight. Because that's honestly what the odds of you most being threatened with is. You also need to learn to go out and, learn to take a gun from somebody. Go find somebody that's like-minded. Both of you do some, training on tactics, and then get together and try and take each other's guns. Now, here's a disclaimer: if you're going to do that, use a damn training gun. Do not use real guns. If you shoot your buddy, I don't want to hear about it. It's not my fault. Plastic guns. But go out and spend some time learning to deal with that fear and learning to control it. Because the biggest mistake people make is they make a decision, well, somebody's just pointed a gun at me, now I'm going to go take it. Well, maybe I'm not. And they turn around and back off. That's what's going to get you killed. You need to learn to control that energy, control that anger, control that fear, and use it to your advantage, and not let it scare you into being motionless. Anyway, just a little bit of food for thought. I'm Mac from Double Tap Shooting. I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to check out the holster channel and the web store we've got set up. Every week there'll be some new gear. Getting a lot of good gear at a lot of good prices, so go check it out. I appreciate you guys watching. Have a good day.